Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Sword of the Stars. I know I mentioned that I wouldn't record the game again until the last video, part 39, was uploaded to YouTube. However, I can record at least the beginning here and begin getting this part compressed without really ruining anything and being able to take any advice you guys have about what to research next because, well, nothing else has really kind of happened. I'm about to hopefully finally successfully research antimatter warheads. It's taking me a long time. We're over budget again. And you guys really haven't missed anything. I think when we last left off, there was like a massive Mirogi fleet, something like 14 or so ships incoming to one of my worlds. Turns out it was just a colonization fleet, and the defense there already wiped it out. And I put a stronger defense there just to hold on to it. There's been nothing which has been giving me any trouble. In fact, when we get into the game, I'll show you what things are like for us. Nice! And we are still ranked player number 1 as well. These worlds we're grabbing are probably really going to help solidify that. Oh, hello, Lear. What are you doing? Are you working on a ship or something of yours? It looks like it. Yep. Yep, that's all I got.
System update. A massive fleet approaches Varkona.
So that's going to be the interesting battle. So let's go over things as how they are so far, and then we should be good to hit end turn and watch a few of these fights, I think. Or at least one of the battles. So things are pretty slow right now in my own galaxy. I keep using that. Over, I think, slightly half of my planets, actually probably less than half now that I look at this. What do you guys think? No, maybe, no. 1/3 of my planets have now MK5 or so fleets. These are antimatter vessels, basically, are now defending them. I am slowly moving over all the existing defense fleets to these versions of them, so I know that whatever is there has a decent chance of repulsing whatever it is that the AI might be throwing at it. And again, I'm going to be doing this to all of my vessels, all my planets, over time. So there's not too much there. I've picked up a few new colonies, and we are beginning to improve them, as always. We grabbed one planet in particular from Fenlaw. Over here somewhere? Here. We grabbed K Memoriam, which is an size 8 planet, which is great for population. Unfortunately, it's only got 3,821 resources, so if I want to use it to begin producing anything, we're going to have to get a lot of mining vessels on it. We're also leaving Kilgrappa, and we have a colony fleet on the way here too. We need to grab these fleets immediately before Seacrops takes them. These are Tarka worlds, Tarka stones, and we're going to go ahead and take them from Seacrops before he ever gets a chance to colonize them. He can go ahead and grab other Hyver planets, which are more his cup of tea. Fenlaw has not been able to stop me. In fact, I am smashing him wherever he is over here, just annihilating him and his forces. He's pretty much powerless to do anything. The planet's defenses themselves are not enough to stop my fleets, and the planet just gets annihilated when I show up and begin slamming into it with my dreadnoughts. So the battles here have not been interesting to watch, unless you like watching me walk up to a planet and just laser beam it to death. So all the people on it. The other good news about these places is that when I destroy Fenlaw, well, these places come practically climate hazard free and with existing infrastructure. So it just takes us a little bit to get our civilian population up, and that's really it. Yeah, these have been pretty slow. I'm continuing to increase our trade vessels as well. I can show you more or less. We've got... Oh, hello, Copernicus. You could use some vessels down there. Actually, it looks like quite a few of my planets could stand to build even more trade vessels. Krelar could at least build 1 trade lane. Probably 2, etc., etc. So I'll slowly keep increasing the trade lanes and trying to get more income going for our galaxy. I know it's something I always need to keep working on, and I am indeed slowly working on it. Well, what's happening in Gaia? Improving the defenses here. Yeah, so we're this old MK1 fleet's being scuttled, etc. Oh, is that a blue Neosep? 1 second. That's pretty pointless for us to scuttle.
Your previous command is now forgotten.
When it comes to incoming enemy vessels, enemy fleets, we've got the Hiver attacking Sphinx. Oops, well, that was the wrong one. That's going to be up here. But I am leaving Sphinx. They can go ahead and recolonize it. I just wiped out whatever was there with this fleet. This fleet's now coming back down to Wester, which is again coming under attack from the humans, of all people. Actually, literally people. And they are on the way. They must have jumped here from Barnard Star. And there's 19 vessels in here, and according to our scanners, they're all cruisers. So that's going to be tricky. I'm pumping out 2 Nile monitors and an extra Chuckwalla to hopefully help me hold the planet. The planet itself has 10 light and 10 medium defense turrets on it, and it's a size 8 planet. So we might still have a decent chance of holding on to this when they show up. Just in case, I am setting Fading Suns down here in 3 turns to assist in wiping out any of the humans who might still be here. And then we might send this fleet down here to Baltar and see if we can get rid of the humans in this area, finally. What else has been going on? We're still slowly mining planets up. These mining fleets are being retired. I'm scrapping them and building antimatter versions of them so they can get this done a little faster. And I don't think there's too much of anything else. I've scared the Hivers away from anything remotely close to me. And so the Hivers absolutely loathe me. They hate me so much for all the killing I've done to everything of theirs. Yeah, so Savage Blade... Oh! Savage Blade actually will be attacking the Hivers up here. And there's nothing... Yeah, this was a planet I took from them a long time ago. I'm going back here again to kill their one ship, wipe out the planet, destroy the gate. After that, we'll go over here and do the same thing. And after that, we might go up here and lend a hand at Kaladin, but I don't think Sea Crops will need the assistance. Here at Trantor, no, sorry, not Trantor. Actually, wait, I'm on Trantor. I'm going to, Crankor. Down here at Orcus, our construction vehicle is building Babylon 7, a sensor station. And it's got lots of Ghost point defenses for anti-drone matters. And it's got a small handful of defenses. I'm going to probably want to research tunneling sensors so I can detect the humans if they decide to do anything. But this will provide me with a nice amount of sensor range to see anything which is going on in this area. And I figured it would be useful to have a station somewhere around here as well. I think I don't lose the construction vehicle. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think we do. In which case, we can send it someplace else and begin building another station. I'm thinking of bringing this to our home planet, Kesostrum, and there building a economy or trade station there to give me more income. I think it increases all income by the planet by 10%. Oh, right, I looked up what all the stations do, so I probably should mention it, I suppose, really quick. So a command station gives you, I think it's like 48 base command. It's less than a Dreadnought CNC, but more than a cruiser CNC at that planet. In addition to having all these weapon systems on it. So, useful, I think. Actually, and that would mean that it would be 1 Chuckwalla less. The only issue with this, of course, is that it's 2,373,000 credits to build one of these. But there you got it. But there you have it. So that's what the command station does. The repair station gives you what you would imagine a lot of repair capability on the planet. In addition, it improves, I believe, the output of the planet by 10%. So we may want to build one of these on a planet which we're using to produce lots and lots of vehicles. And it's lightly armed compared to the command station. Science station, I believe, increases all research by 5% per science station that you build. No defenses on this though. Sensor station obviously acts as a sensor. It has, I don't know what the range is on it, but it obviously will detect anything that you have, and I believe it benefits from all your sensor research as well. And trade increases the wealth of a planet by 10% when it's built around it, I believe, and as you can see, it doesn't have any weapon systems on it. It's a floating mall. So that's what all those do. Right, what else? I think that's really about it. There hasn't been a whole lot of anything else which has been going on. Seacrops and I are still friends. The Hivers dissolved their alliance. Fenlaw and Zeodis the Cunning are now also in an alliance. My current plan is to still send one of my fleets around and deal with the Hivers. We have one vessel which we're actually going to use against the humans, maybe. Because I remember the humans do have projectors, which are basically anti-dreadnought weapons. So these things are very scary for me. But I might go ahead and use them. And finally, Fealty Maker is over here mopping up Fenlaw. I might also be producing a few extra ships on a few of my planets, like extra dreadnoughts, to begin reinforcing these fleets. I just can't remember. I think it's been like 3 days since I last played the game. Okay, well, I think we're going to hit end turn, and then we're going to see... actually, yeah, we'll do all these battles. All these battles? Well, we'll at least do this battle on screen. So let's see... Let's see what happens. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I don't think so. I think we're good. Let's just hope we actually get the research. Oh, yeah, and then I'll show you what research options we have next, and if you guys want to decide, that's great. Oh, hopefully you guys have already just chosen at the end of the last video. If not, then I'll make a decision as to what we're going to do. So they have 5 cruisers, 8 destroyers, a size 4 planet with some satellites. Normally, I wouldn't even bother... I would do this automatically. We're going to decimate everything here. But we'll do the battle on screen, I guess. Wester is the battle I'm very interested in. Seacrops has colony ships here, apparently. That's what his Holy Defenders are, I'm pretty sure. They won't actually contribute to the battle. We'll have to hope that what we've got here will be enough to take out Solomon Blasky. We're definitely going to do that one. Over here... we have Press's Tears. I think this is just a colony fleet. And I don't need to watch ourselves just mop up Mr. the Cunning. We'll go ahead and just auto-resolve that. And Crankor, I don't think I need to record this. We're just going to wipe them out. They can't possibly defend against us, so we'll auto this. This is all Mr. Seacrops, going ahead and decimating everything that the enemy has with all his stealth vessels. We're good to go, so let's go ahead. Normally, again, I just auto-resolve this, but we'll do this on screen. Let's go, Dreadnoughts.
All ships close to minimum range.
I've also realized that... oh, crap. Wrong button, Tim. That was the pause button. I've also realized that you can tell a fleet to perform a certain action, and then give them a move action, and they will actually keep moving forward, and then do this when they get in the range of things.
We return to normal.
I don't think I want you actually going out all alone by yourself to start. I like my Dreadnoughts to lead off.
Coordinates received. Maneuver drives to full.
Alright, guys. Let's, let's have you guys begin working on the planet and or the defense batteries.
Target locked.
While you will focus on the planet.
Yes, Com-9, bringing guns to bear. Command ship under attack.
Oh, good for their little vessels here. They're actually throwing up.
Firing on all batteries.
They are throwing up corrosive weapons.
Target locked. Command ship
Please
under
don't
attack.
hit the planet. You'll blow up if you crash into the planet. That'd be very bad.
Yes, Com-9, bringing guns to bear. Command ship under attack. Firing on all batteries.
Beakers make okay planet razors.
Target locked. Command ship under attack. Taking position, Com-9.
Yeah, go ahead and just pummel them. Just blow up all the ships. I just want my CNC vessel to come over here, turn and fire on the planet, while my beakers kill all the other ships. Those green missiles down. It's so relaxing playing the game with such a powerful fleet. Like, they can't stop you. This is quite the opposite of how it was several turns ago, by the way. Like, please don't hit my own dreadnought with your antimatter cannons, Mr. Beaher 2. So, we were in such a bad position earlier because our weapons were so weak compared to what the enemy was using. Enemy had good defenses against our weak weapon systems. That's a lot of missiles. Freighters, I think. Are these freighters? I think so. Those are their blue Neoceps, basically, or whatever version of it they have. I don't want to lose you, Gila Monster. Let's get you out of here.
Targets locked. As you command, Tycho.
Please get out of there, Gila Monster. You're getting pummeled.
Firing on all batteries.
I'd rather not lose any ships to this. There's no excuse for it. A minute left. Oh, hello. Hit those missiles. Nice. Excellent work, team. I guess it's just a hand... Yeah, it's just these 2 satellites left. 43 seconds. Yeah, he wants to get that cruiser. We're not going to let him. No, sir. Assuming that we actually can hit him.
Enemy has been crushed.
Awesome. Now this is the battle I'm completely unsure about. Alright, as usual, I moved my fleet away from where they start.
Kandai has spoken. Get the ship moving.
This way, by the time we see them, they will be fighting my satellites, and we can fight close to the planet.
Kandai. Full power to thrust.
Okay, these are Crag Basilisks, so these guys are designed to be anti-drones? Yeah, anti-drone vessels.
As you command, Tycho.
Alright, I hear the missiles firing. Oh, that's their missiles.
Taking position, Kandai.
All ships close to minimum range. We've got hostile fire, Kandai.
Plasma torpedoes. Antimatter engines on their ships.
We close.
We are targeted, Tycho.
They're back to using missiles again. Darn it. I was just... Oh, okay, and they're still using projectors. Nice. We have antimatter weapons. Oh, that was awesome. Good for the humans. We need to pause the game and find out where their CNC vessel is. I don't see one, which means that it's already probably lost its center section. Oh, that one lost its engine section.
Reinforcements have come.
All ships close to minimum range.
Enemy attacks. Destroyer breaking up. Reinforcements have come.
Yeah, that's our Chuckwalla over there. Nice!
Fleet will resuming normal operations.
Good work, everyone.
Command, Tycho.
We're heavily damaged, of course.
Taking position, Kandai.
But we didn't lose all of our vessels. Oh, wow, we've lost a lot,
Orders
though.
received, Kandai.
Here comes the next wave. We've lost the engine sections on quite a few of our vessels as well. They have point defense missiles. How about that?
All ships close to minimum range.
Despite that, I think we might still win this.
Reinforcements have come. We've got hostile fire, Kandai. Firing on all batteries.
If we had our dreadnoughts here, this might have been very different.
Incoming. Cruiser destroyed. Reinforcements have come. Command ship under attack.
Wow!
Dai has spoken. Get the ship moving.
It's not over yet. That was the second wave. We have one more wave of their vessels to worry about.
Kandai, full power to thrust.
Oh, that's it. A shielded vessel and a handful more cruisers.
We are targeted, Tycho. Reinforcements have come. Target locked. Command ship under attack.
Nice. Got him in the back.
Yes, Kandai. Bringing guns to bear.
This is the last of it. Wow. Fighting to the planet would have been a better idea here, too, I think, Tim.
Target data received.
Even so, the planet missiles are going to be... And the missiles launched from our satellites will have saved us this fight.
Target locked. We stay at bombardment range.
And that's it. Done with their shield section, I think. Oh, there's something left.
All ships close to minimum range.
Let's see what's out there. The missiles might kill it. Ah, look at our little scaled knoll. You go. Or is that our Tails Tengu? That's our jamming vessel. Looking to start a fight.
For resupply, Tycho.
System update.
Our scientists have finally broken out of their shell.
Okay, everyone. So I can do some of this stuff off screen, but I'm not going to record the rest of this episode until I see if I got any comments on the last video. And our antimatter warheads finally finished. So that will help all of our battles on planets and our satellites, which are using missiles. And we didn't unlock anything else. So what tech is kind of available to us that would be interesting to get? Well, sorry, so we've got what type of noise was that? We have interceptor missiles, which would be used for point defense against enemy torpedoes in particular, and drones. They'd be very good against those things. We have energy absorbers. We can stick this on the front of our vessels, and if the vessel, don't think it has to be the front, but if it takes damage, laser damage, a bunch of that, as you can see, is shunted towards recharging its own energy weapons. It doesn't make it immune to the damage, but it does greatly reduce the damage it takes from that damage type as well. We have cloaking we could grab, but we could go down shielding as well. We could get a detonating antimatter torpedo. I believe what this means is that the more it travels, the greater the explosion. And when it blows up in an AoE. We've got point defense phasers, which I believe are fantastic against missiles. And they might be good at drones. I've never actually researched these before, but I've seen the enemies use them. We've seen them on the enemy, the von Neumann use these to destroy a ton of missiles when they go incoming. We have X-ray lasers if we care to research a low-rank laser for our vessels. Meson beams, which are... Let's see if we can... I don't know if we can get them both on screen. So this is the damage, range, and accuracy on this one, as you can see. This one is better in every way than the positron beam. Maybe except for accuracy, which is equal. We could grab armor-piercing rounds if we actually want to damage the hivers or enemies. We'd switch over all our existing stormers and mass drivers to using armor-piercing because the enemy is using lots of armor on their ships. We've got bursters, which are basically an AoE shotgun type of deal, shield breakers, and all this stuff. But basically, the accelerator amplification would be something I'd be interested in. So, meson beams, accelerator amplification. We've got energy absorbers, detonating antimatter. We've got warp drive, which I don't know if I want to research it. It gives me greater strategic speed, but the wording here makes it sound as if the back section, our engine section of the ship, becomes weaker, more susceptible to blowing up, less mass, which I think is the hit points of the ship. We've got combat drones. We could finally start getting drones of our own to match the Marodi, I suppose. We also have predictive gunnery, which I simply have never researched. This gives us fire control sections, which increase, as you can see, the weapon accuracy on all of our vessels. I don't know of too much of anything else which is interesting. At least not down over in this section. I can't think of anything over here that I would consider required. We have Xenotech as well, if you want to research how to talk better and talk better. I myself sounds like I could use it. And oh, right, we do have a few other sensor abilities we could grab. We could take spy beams to watch all battles that might happen, even if we're allied people or not, or get a chance to do so. Advanced command control would let me issue orders from the strategic map as opposed to the base map. It does nothing else for me. I tend not to ever research this because I don't particularly care. Tunneling sensors would let me see human vessels traveling about. Holographic tactics would give me more command quota. I think it gives me 4 more command quota. And flag central command. This actually lets us build a special CNC vessel. I think we can only have one of them out in the game at any one time. It's extremely powerful. We can rebuild it if we lose it. It's expensive. That's all I know about it. I've never researched this in any game I've played. Only because I don't think I've ever reached this point before. Most of the time, the game's been over at this point. So those are our choices. If I don't get a response as to what you guys think I should research, then I'm thinking we should probably get either Meson beam. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm sure Cassandra, you'll let me know that I'm not. We'll grab either Meson beam or point defense interceptor missiles to deal with drones. And the reason for the interceptor missiles is because, if I'm being honest now, I don't think we can be stopped. The only person that would give me trouble would be Seacrops the Terrible. And I need to be prepared for his sudden but inevitable betrayal, which I'm sure will happen eventually. But the Hivers, while they were a serious threat something like 20 turns ago, now we're just smashing. They don't have a prayer against our fleets. We're just annihilating them. There is nothing they can do to stop us. We've already dealt with the Grand Menace already, the Puppet Master. So the only other threat I'm aware of would be the von Neumann homeworld, which I'm not sure where that's located, but we'd have to look for that too. Anyway, everyone, I'll be back in a few seconds. Hey, everyone. All right, it's been, I think it's been 2 days since the last few seconds have passed. And I just uploaded part 39, I think it was this morning, to YouTube. What day is today? I think today is May 24th, 2017. And I wanted to record at least the last half of this, and I'll probably end up recording the next part as well tonight, so that this way I can continue to upload the rest of these videos during the week. It's going to be really busy for me at work. I can't guarantee I'll get home in time to record more sort of the stars, keep it as regular. Not that that's a big problem, but I would like to try to keep uploading these like every other day. I know in the past I've said I'll record these like every 3 days or 4 days or maybe even once a week, but I really like getting these up every other day. I like listening to myself talk at work. I like listening to myself talk apparently because I talk a whole lot. But I find that when I'm watching these, I find them as something I can just listen to at work as well. So anyway, so I'm going to record this part. And OBP Super Gamer has asked about maybe for our research, because that's what I was really interested in hearing, should be modular construction. So I've been avoiding taking this as a research tech. So mostly because when I looked up modular construction to see what freighter queues were, I noticed that the person who was explaining freighter queues, or maybe he wasn't explaining it, but someone there indicated that this bonus doesn't seem to actually work. It was a post on a Steam forum. Now, it's only one turn to research it, and I've even lowered my amount of research down to a fourth, but I could even lower it even more than that. But in any case, I don't think we'll miss too much if we spend a turn grabbing this. We will pick up freighter queues. These are basically more combat-oriented freighters. I think they generate less income than a normal cruiser freighter would, but they're better able to defend themselves. I probably won't ever construct these, so it's really a question of, can I get a 5% increase to civilian income generation with this? So I think the way that we might best look at that is by going to the trade menu here. So if we look at Korhakan, Korhakan is currently making 300, well, you can see how much it's making right here. So a 5% increase would be about 15,000 credits for Korhakan. So if this successfully researches at the end of this turn, I'm expecting this to be 323, or just about that much, without having any other freighters here. Now that may not seem like a huge deal, 15,000, but remember that this is going to stack for everything if it works. So we'll take a look, and if I don't notice any income increase, if we successfully research it, then I might reload the game and decide not to research it. Okay, well, in any case, I'm done with this turn. What have I done? It's been a few days, so I don't really remember all too well. Are there any enemy fleets on the way? No! Okay, then I'm probably just building freighters, building more reinforcements for my ships, and I think the only other thing I'm doing is, because we actually successfully destroyed the humans, that my Fading Suns is now being redirected back up here to Orcus to pick up some reinforcements that I'm building over here. In addition, I think I've got... Okay. Oh, and of course, I'm still updating a few more planets' defensive fleets to MK5s. I'm calling MK5s the antimatter versions of my ships, which feature a cruiser as their command and their CNC vessel. Okay, alright, let's end our turn, and I guess we'll see if I'm doing any battles. I think I might be doing maybe one Hiver fight. Maybe. Let's do it. Okay, hello Wester and your single cruiser. I don't think we need to do this battle on screen whatsoever. We've got a decent amount of defense platforms. We've rebuilt most of my cruisers and what have you here. We'll just annihilate their single vessel. And Draco, we showed up here just simply to destroy their gate. So this means, do I want to watch a battle? Let's see if there's anything that has like a... Oh, hello! Kreekrops is now fighting Mr. the Cunning. Oh, and he wants me to defend him here. Okay. We can take a look at what's going on there. Cruzbane. Regis Higara. The only problem with watching one of these battles is that if Kreekrops is completely stealth, this is basically over. That we could just accelerate the time. Holy crap! Kreekrops... Oh, you know what must have happened? Mr. the Cunning must have declared war on him. Yeah, they must have declared war together, and now he's finding himself in battle against them. Where originally all his fleets and Mr. the Cunning's fleets were buddy-buddy, now he has to fight to save all his little scouts on these planets. Okay, I don't think we'll watch any battles. We'll just end this turn.
System update.
The mystery has been solved, Varkona.
The planet is nearly stripped to the bone, Varkona.
Okay, so let's look at that trade. And no, nothing. So, oh, it was a 5% increase, Tim, not a 15% increase. But I don't see any difference on the income. So, I want to just hit end turn again, just to see what happens. And if this doesn't go up, then I know it's not working. In which case, I have no desire for that tech. So, really quick, everyone. Yep, I just want to see if the number goes up. Maybe I needed an extra turn. Okay, I don't care, because I'm just going to reload the game.
System update.
The planet is nearly stripped to the bone, Varkona.
Scanning base operational.
Okay, it's not working. So, there is no reason to research, unfortunately, modular construction. Because I simply do not care to build offensive, or rather, more resilient freighters. We're not being raided. So, I don't think we need to actually have that tech. How about that? Nope, the internet was right again. That's a shame, actually. In that same forum post... I'll try to remember to put a link to it in this video's description, or I'll make a comment with it.
Update.
Our scientists have finally broken out of their shell.
It's also mentioned that a few other techs aren't working properly. The Xenotech, which increases the rate at which you research other people, the Mirogi, I think it was. Is this what it is? Yeah, this 15% bonus doesn't do anything either. So, there's a few techs which indicate a bonus that doesn't actually work in the game. So, oh well. Alright, so, maybe I'm wrong, by the way, about the economy, but I don't know any other way to check the income increase other than going and looking at the trade and seeing if those numbers moved. And I didn't see any difference in 2 turns, as you've just seen. So, oh well. Alright, so then, as for tech, I guess we will begin going after Meson. Stronger beams, everyone. Or we could go for armor-piercing rounds. We would convert everything that uses stormers or what have you, because our enemies are basically have quark resonators, like almost everyone does. If we took that, that would greatly reduce the effectiveness of those techs. So we could research that instead, but especially because, oh, hold on here. They're building hammerheads. Oh, they're no longer building I guess they never built the techs which allowed them to, like energy absorbers. There it is. So I don't see any here. So we'll just immediately begin going for Mesons instead. Okay, so now we'll end the turn. We've seen this before. We know we're not going to do any battles here.
System update.
We've taken nearly all this world can give, Varkona.
Oh, I thought you just were fighting him. Oh, because I reloaded the game, the AI must have decided to offer an alliance with them rather than do a battle, as it were. Okay. How about that? That's a shame. I would have liked to have seen them fight each other. This way it would solidify our alliance instead. Okay, so I'm going to do some stuff off screen, everyone, and I'll be back when I'm done with... I'll be back when other interesting things are happening. Hey, everyone. Not sure if I'm going to keep this part. There's nothing interesting happening here for the battles, but it might be interesting to watch Cecrops the Terrible fight Fenlaw and apparently Mr. the Cunning. So we'll see what happens at this planet, K. Gralatin. And we'll see if this is entertaining. And if not, then if it's this Cecrops showing up all cloaked and Fenlaw just getting beat up, I just won't keep it. So let's watch it. See if there's anything interesting happening. It's been pretty quiet, actually, with the Hivers having been pushed back as much as we have done to them. There's no real threat going on anymore. With the Grand Menace also eliminated, there's even less worries that I have. Oh, is this Cecrops' planet? It must be his planet. Oh, these ones aren't cloaked. Okay, well, this will be it. Wow, look at all the missiles he's using. These must be older vessels of his, then. That might explain why he was interested in having me come over here to defend it. That's his planet. Oh, wait, this is his planet. Okay, he must have taken this from Fenlaw. Now Fenlaw is showing up here to try to take it back. I love watching all the drones. Fighter swarms are always my favorite thing. I was playing like Homeworld and the like. That was a good Lancer hit that wall. Fenlaw will have to do significantly better than this, though, if he wants to win. He's hitting himself with his own corrosive weapons as well. His missiles are getting blown up right in his face. Oh wow, he's even bringing the deflectors with him in order to try to deal with, I guess, all the missile fire incoming. It's fun just to watch the fight, though. I think this missile swarm thing here, it gets really close to the range of the point defense systems, and it splits so that they can't shoot down all the missiles. Oh, good job, Cecrops. You're annihilating him. Fenlaw's got to fight near the planet, which means, obviously, planet missiles and the like. It's probably... Oh, looks like he's not going to rush in again with just a handful of other ships immediately. Probably waiting for his other reinforcements to show up. Looks like he probably shot down one, maybe two or three of Cecrops' vessels. I see torpedoes constantly coming after Cecrops, though. Antimatter torpedoes, nonetheless. Going after his CNC ship with all the missiles and long-range weapons, I think. No, this is a CNC vessel, Tim. Oh! I'll say this for the poor... Oh, how do you pronounce it? Origi. Their CNC vessels are very easily picked out thanks to the front they've got there. Which which is their mission section. Looks like this is armed with a stormer. So the CNC vessel's warped in. That's not good for Mr. Fenlaw. He must be almost out. Oh, he's charging the planet. Is he charging the planet? No. He's charging the point defense systems for some reason. Oh, no, never mind. He's going after the other CNC vessel. He sees it and wants it destroyed. That would be my guess as to why he's charging over here. I don't know how successful he'll be at this, but I guess the only way to get an advantage would be to take out the CNC. Lots of lasers that the AI really likes to make. Oh, I also don't know why the AI really goes crazy researching all the plague tech. The plague, the retrovirus, the virus. The only reason I can think of is that the AI wants the cures for it in case a human player decides to grab them. I don't see you winning, Fenlaw. It's not going to happen. You're taking much heavy losses there.
System update.
We've taken nearly all this world can give, Varkona.
Scanning base operational.
Hey!
Ore is now unloaded.
Nice. So now we should pick up a good deal more information about what's around us at Orcus. Let's see what our sensor range is. Oh, well, we've got good sensor coverage anyway. But, it'll be handy if we start losing some stuff. Alright, so... And we didn't lose the construction vehicle. Wonderful. So we can move it to someplace else if we so wished. I'm not quite sure where else to have to move it. Maybe Wester would be a good place. That place is always under attack. Where are you, Wester? You're down here? That's gotta be you down here. Okay. There's no way that my construction vehicle will be able to move down there. Yeah, it's too slow. Oh, wow. Okay, we will need something else to go with it. How about this deep scan?
The Armada moves as one.
It'll take you forever to get down there, but I'm not in a rush, I suppose. Alright, so... Hey, cool, look at the cool symbol up there, too, that we built a sensor station. Alright, everyone, so I'll be back again when more interesting things have happened. If I fit one more end of turn on camera. Actually, let's do this turn on screen, and then we'll call the session at the end of it. So we built that station. We dropped off the ore here from Dig Dug, which is an old fusion fleet. So we're going to scuttle this.
Your word is law, Varkona. This craft will be decommissioned.
Zed arrived down here at Cetus, and it can dump its ore as well.
Or for delivery, Varkona.
Kmonum's defenses have arrived at Kmonum, and we can go ahead and flag you as a guard. And then the old deep scan tanker can be scuttled.
Your word is law, Varkona. This craft will be decommissioned.
Irai is working on... Is it its own defenses? Yes, its own defenses. Okay. Because I moved its previous defenses someplace else. So this now monitor can go over here. Keep you as number 1. So we want another Gila monster. I'm already building one. Let's build some Tengus.
Yes, Varkona. We'll have the ships out in no time.
You will need a blue Neosep, and we might as well add a Tails Tengu to that.
You heard him. We must increase the fleet.
Freighters, 6 ships built at Iran. These are all Night Nulls, so these can go away. And this guy can go away. And I guess we'll do this. It was a long time ago that I really cared about missiles and what have you. We haven't been attacked by the von Neumann probes in some time now, have we? That makes me nervous, because it makes me think they're constructing some massive death thing to get us, which I think they do.
Your word is law, Vakona. This craft will be decommissioned.
The von Neumann homeworld will construct this massive thing which goes out and devours planets. I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure they're out there beginning to work on one of them. Wester built 3 ships? What were you building? Oh, probably a scaled null and 2 more light defense platforms. Make up for what you lost. Alright, and that looks... This looks fine to me. And the planet itself is good. More freighters, 3 ships built at Cassandra. Okay, so... This fleet is going here.
Our path is clear. Engaging warp engines.
Now, what do I want to attack next? I think I want to go to Kalalim here. I don't really care about the planet, but that's 8,000 resources we could strip from it. It does have an asteroid monitor that the Murogi have, actually. But I think we'll go there and fight them.
The Armada moves as one.
Bob has built 2 ships, I think. Yeah, this can all be scrapped. Those are ancient vessels. Very, very old. Back when I was naming stuff Hiver and what have you. Let's do something... Our swords probably be in the lead. Okay, we want 2... Let's scuttle these for the
Your word is
supplies.
law, Vakona. This craft will be decommissioned.
Build another one of these, and then I think we'll build 2 anti-drones.
We will build as you command, Vakona.
I want you guys on the sides, because I don't want your missiles slamming to the back of my Gila monsters. We'll do something like this right now. We'll also want the Tails Tengu in this for the jammer.
Shipyards at your disposal, Vakona.
Kalken built 6 more ships. A Soarer and a bunch of Night Anoles. Now this fleet was supposed to be added as reinforcements for this fleet, Savage Blade. So let's move them over here.
We embark as ordered.
Doesn't look like you're going to need the help, Mr. Seacrops. We'll get here and do this fight, and then we can maybe set this to K-Stans and take it. That's going to be quite a fight. I think we might be able to handle it. Copernicus is building a blue Neosep and a Tails. The rest of it is fine. And this is Flag Desert Guards. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's build some freighters. Build 1 small freighter.
You heard him. We must increase the fleet.
2 vessels at Serenity, which is beginning to improve its defenses as well. Probably shouldn't put vessels in front of my torpedoes. We can build a handful of more things. We'll need a Tails Tengu for the jammer, because I really like having my jammers. We'll build... I think we'll build a plumed basilisk here. And then 2 more destroyers. Let's build. Can I build 2 knights? Yes, we can.
We will build as you command, Vakona.
Orcus was building other mining vessels. These monitors can be added to this fleet. And now this fleet just needs a tanker. We might as well set them up. If they're ever in combat, I'll want them in some sort of formation. Okay, and now we just need a large newt to go with them. And we'll add a tails for jamming.
Shipyards at your disposal, Vakona.
Dig Dug's being scrapped. We're moving this around. We probably should rename that fleet so I know what it's doing. And the reinforcements are just waiting for fading suns to arrive. Cetus built... Oh, Cetus built a large newt. An extra one? Oh, no. We're getting ready to replace this mining fleet here. Okay. Rock bitter. Okay, so we've got 2 Demerol monitors. We can get them into that as well. And we're building a Chukwala and one of these. We've got the tanker already, so that will be that ready to go next turn. Kajin Row built 3 ships, probably medium defenses. Let's build some freighters for more income.
Yes, Vakona. We'll have the ships out in no time.
We observed the battle. They lost... How much did they lose? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Wow, they actually lost 9 cruisers there. But the enemy lost 10. And with 2 of them having lost their mission sections. Yeah, it's basically over for Fenlaw. Restoring resources. I'm at least good for 1 more turn. We need 6 more freighters here, huh? What's a planet that's in this area? Charnor? Let's take a look really quick. So where is our trade view? Okay. Fives. You could probably build some freighters. We need 6 more. Is anyone... You're building 1. You're building none. You're building none. Alright, Thives, let's give you some freighters.
You heard him. We must increase the fleet.
I have a tiny bit of money left to do something with. How's our research, by the way? 4 more turns. But the only thing at this point I can think of is to upgrade an existing, another defensive fleet. Oh, no, we are moving it already, Tim. We could build some defenses for here. Do I want to build it at Cassandra? I think Irai is probably the best place to build. I think you're already building the rest of what you need for your fleet. So I guess we will do this at Cassandra. So let's build... it's a... How big is that planet? It's only a size 4. We'll build a light defense for it. So we will need an iguana. And then we'll build... This will be all melee one, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scaled. And we'll build 1, 2, 3, 4 knights with a tails.
We will build as you command, Vakona.
And I guess that will do it for us. I guess we'll take a quick peek at our over-harvesting on screen. So is everything looking good here? I think so. Minus 13 on Ilmater, that's fine. That's fine. like Jurassic, we're going to strip this of lots of resources, but our mining fleets will try to bring some ore to the worse off planets. -4 is fine. 121. Wondergore. For 74 less. I think I'm willing to do this for one more turn, at the very least. Maybe a second, to try to get that climate hazard down. And what are my assault fleets doing? Let's take a look. So Savage Blade is going to K. Graten. Fading Suns is almost at Orcus. Kalonum is Fealty Maker. Okay, so we're good. Alright, everyone. Well, that'll do it for this session. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.